Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Belinda. Beauties, today I'm going to be creating this farmhouse organizer basket using all Dollar Tree items. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me start by showing you the items that I'll be using for this project. I'm going to be using two of these baskets, and it's the ones that have these handles. And I chose these because I kind of wanted to get the faux wire look, and this is the closest that I could find. This was the inspiration for my basket. I have this basket already, and I really love how it looks, but it sits on my fireplace, and I wanted something that looks similar for my guest bathroom. I know it's not quite the same, but it is somewhat similar. I even created some of those twine handles. I'll be using some spray paint in the color Burnished Amber by Rust-Oleum. And I'll also be using some black spray paint, and also by Rust-Oleum. I'll also be using this magnetic mirror by Jot. 6 of these pipe cleaners, and some jute cord that I purchased at Walmart. For this project, I needed this thick twine, and they didn't have it at my Dollar Tree, so I had to run to Walmart and go purchase this. I'll also be using these heavy-duty scissors, and I like these because they have those ridges right there and they really cut well. And especially for this project, I'm going to need these. A white ornament marker, and these are sold at Dollar Tree, and I absolutely love these. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is remove the handles off both of the baskets. Next, what I'm going to do is remove that little handle holder on the basket, and I'm going to use my scissors for that, as you can see it right there. Now I have to tell you that it does take some work, but eventually it does snap off. And the reason that I'm cutting it is because I need the rim of the basket to be nice and flush. I don't want it to have no bumps or anything like that. I'll be doing the same thing to the other basket as well. Okay, now that I'm done with my baskets, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint them with my Rust-Oleum paint. I'm also going to be spray painting this mirror in the color black. And I really wanted some chalk paint, but I didn't have any. I only had just black spray paint. And I also needed a picture frame, which I also didn't have. So I only had this mirror, and I opt to use this because I'm going to be using this as a sign. And you'll see on my project where it'll read flush. Okay, now that the spray paint has dried on both the basket and my mirror, I can go ahead and continue with the project. I didn't spray paint underneath the rim of the basket, but that's okay because you're not going to be able to see that. Now I'm going to bring both of the baskets together. I'm going to actually join them by adding some hot glue. And I'll be doing that with the smoother side of the rim. And I'll be putting a generous amount of hot glue, and once that I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just press them down and hold them down for a bit until it adheres well. Next, I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to cut a pretty long piece of that twine. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap that twine around both of the baskets where they meet. And all I'm going to do is just go over and under and over and under until I join both of them with the twine. But I'm going to start by adding just a dab of hot glue to hold the twine before I start to wind them around the rim of the baskets. Now I have to tell you, it took me quite a while because I had to keep going through over and under until I was completely done. After that I came to the end of where both of the baskets meet, I went ahead and I started to wind the twine around each of the basket individually. Once I would get to the end of the cord, I would just add another piece of cord and then I would just continue the process. All the while, I'm adding some hot glue here and there just to make sure that the cord is nicely secured. You might be asking at this point, why is she using so much of that twine? Well, I like how it looks and I also wanted it to match the handles that I'll be also making for the basket. Once I'm done with one of the baskets, I just repeat the same process to the other basket. Okay, now that I'm done adding all the twine to the basket, which seemed like an eternity, I'm ready now to move on to the next step. Okay, so for now I'm going to put my basket aside and I'm going to work now on my sign. I wish I'd had some chalk paint, but I didn't, and anyhow, this really turned out to work well just by adding some black paint to this mirror. And I'm going to start writing the word flush, but I'm going to start with the last letter at the end just to make sure that the whole word will fit where it's supposed to. So that's why I'm doing it this way. If you're wondering why I chose the word flush, it is because it's going to go on top of my toilet. And so you know we have to flush, so I just thought that it would be cute just to write this word. Can I just tell you that I was very nervous writing this because I needed to have a very steady hand. I knew that I couldn't erase it if I would make a boo-boo. So I'm here trying to write the word and try to be really careful while I'm doing it at the same time. Yay, I'm finally done writing the word, and I was looking for that Ray Dunn font. So I don't know if I'm anywhere close, but I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so moving on to the next step, I want to add some of that cord twine around the word. I want to frame it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it just by going all the way around the mirror. And then once I'm done measuring, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And then I'll be hot gluing the cord around the word and framing it. Okay, now that my sign is complete, I want to hang it this way in front of the basket. Now I've gone ahead and I've added a piece of cord on each side of the mirror and I've just hot glued them. Now what I'm going to do is just hang it in the front and I'll be hot gluing it to the top of the rim of the baskets. I'll also run the cord behind the basket and add some more hot glue. The reason that I did it this way is because I wanted the sign to swivel back and forth and have some movement. I didn't just want it just to be stuck on the basket. Okay, so now it's time to do the handles, and I'm going to be taking 3 of those pipe cleaners and I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue there at the edge, and then I'm going to start winding the twine around them, and I'll just be repeating the process over and over, just going around and putting some hot glue and then just continue winding the cord all the way up until the end. Just so that you know, I'm burning my fingers the whole time. The sacrifice that I have to make for you guys. I'm just kidding. I love what I do. This is a lot of fun for me with burns and all. I'm going to be repeating the same process with the other 3 pipe cleaners. Okay, so this is what it looks like once I'm done, and now I'm ready to add the handle to one side of my basket. And all I'm gonna do is just place them where I want them to be, and I'm gonna add some hot glue to one end of the handle, and then I'll go ahead and attach it, that is, to the basket, and then I'll do the other end. I'll do the same thing, add some hot glue, and then just press it up against the rim and hold it down until it adheres well. And then once I'm done, I'll go ahead and continue the same process to the other side of the basket. And this is how it looks, this one side. Okay, so now my basket is complete and I'm ready to go and place it on top of my toilet and start adding the items that I wanted to. Okay, so here is my Farmhouse organizer basket using the majority of Dollar Tree items. The only items that are not from the Dollar Tree was the spray paint and also the twine. Now, beauties, I think that this basket came in really handy. I had been wanting something similar to this to put over my toilet, but I just had not gotten around to even purchasing anything, so I just decided just to make one for myself. Now, I had those little buckets that I had done a while back that say wash and bath, and I just thought that using the same font for this sign just worked out really well. Now, here I have some of the items that I think are really nice for guests. Since this is a guest bathroom, I think putting in those little goodies was just appropriate. Well, my beauties, that is it for this DIY. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day, and I will see you on my next video. So until then, bye-bye and God bless.